Baby's Crafty Haven. I am BaLinda, and thank you so much for stopping by today. It always means so much to me that you've stopped by to watch my channel today. Today we have a new challenge starting. It's called Swap It Bop It Mystery Box. It is hosted by Clari from Clari Creations. This is something new. This is the first time any of us are doing this. So basically what this is that we're going to have certain items that have to go into a box that we will ship out to another crafter that is randomly chosen for us, and of course then we receive a box ourselves, and there are certain items that must go into the box, and every item that is on the list of the must-use items must be used. What we need in this box was fabric, which had to be red, white, or pink, flowers, red, white, pink, and wooden or foam heart. Obviously this is a Valentine's Day box. One of the challenge items was a household item, any kind, and wire. That was another challenge item. That was considered challenge item in there. So, I received my box from Cynde from Z9 Designs. So, thank you, Cynde. We are going to open the box and we are going to reveal what she sent me. So, here we go. So, here's my box. And it looks like I got a beautiful card, which I will read after this. And let's see what we got. All right. Okay, I got some beautiful flowers, look like carnations. And she gave me, I got several different hearts. I have this beautiful heart, which I absolutely love. I love that. It is so beautiful. And then she sent me a pack of the wooden hearts from Dollar Tree, and I got some foam sparkly hearts. Oh, I got 3. And here's some fabric. Ooh, she sent me some beautiful pieces of fabric. And she sent me some foam. I always need flower foam, so thank you so much, Cynde. And here's the wire. And this is this looks like the household item. It looks like it's actually metal, like a cupcake thing, I think. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like a cupcake, but it's metal. I've never seen a metal one, so it may be something different, like maybe a little pie thing. But that is my box. I'm very excited about this. I'm going to have to sit here and look at them for a little bit and see what cute things I can come up with. My box that I made, I sent to Mary from Mary Painted Peach. So you're definitely going to want to watch her channel and see what I sent her. And of course, tune into the whole playlist, because there's about, I think 7 of us that switched boxes randomly with each other. So in the description box there'll be the playlist for everybody. So please watch everybody and see what everybody got and who sent to who. So this challenge is, I've always wanted to do a challenge like this. I've seen other crafters do challenges like this, so I'm very excited, a little nervous, but I can't wait. And this is actually a little backwards for me, because I usually do my intro like this at the end after I've done my project. So this is the first time I'm doing this before I do my projects. So I can't even tell you how many projects I'm going to have. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have no idea yet. It'll be a surprise to you and to me. But this is a Valentine, so it's going to be Valentine's Day themed. That's about all I can tell you. And again, I encourage you to give everybody in this playlist, including me, a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to anybody, these are wonderful crafters. Please subscribe to them, help their channel grow. Please subscribe to me and help my channel grow. And with that, wish me luck. And let's see what I can do. I hope you like everything. And Please comment in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for stopping by. DIY number 1. Alright, I'm going to take that beautiful heart that I got, and I really do love that heart. It's so beautiful. And I'm going to take this like wood piece that I got from Dollar Tree and those little cubes. I'm going to paint them in white, and then I'm going to sand it down very, very well, like extremely, because I want it to match the heart. And after I do that, which is kind of hard to tell in this view, but I'm going to take some wood glue, and I'm going to put some wood glue at the bottom of the heart, and then on top of all the blocks, which I didn't paint all the sides of the blocks. I left 2 of the sides unpainted because you're not going to see them. And I didn't care if I had full coverage on those blocks because you're not going to see them. They're going to be completely covered up. They're just there for support. So I find the center of my wood, or what I think is the center. I mean, you can measure it to find the center. And I'm just going to surround this with these blocks, both on each side in the front and in the front. This way the heart stays up. And like I said, there probably was an easier way of doing this. Once I get some of the blocks on it, it got easier. It's just the first 2 were kind of a pain in the butt. But once I get those on and kind of stabled, I just put the other blocks in the front and the back. And it works. It's still holding up. It's great. So, it worked. And I think I'm going to show it to you all, but it's probably a good thing because the way you see it, because sometimes me explaining it, it doesn't come out very well. So, here I am steadily turning it. I actually turned that a lot slower, by the way, and I just sped up the video because I was afraid it was going to fall over. So, and I get so excited because it actually worked. But I was so proud of myself after I did this. I'm like, yay, it works. So, but we're just going to set that aside for now. We don't need it right now. I just wanted to get that set up. Okay, and then I'm going to take these popsicle sticks. These are the ones you get from Dollar Tree. They're kind of thin. And I took 3 of them, and I believe it's 2 inches long, and I just glued them together. And then I took the ends, and I took 7 of them, and I just kind of staggered it. For video purposes, I didn't show me doing that, so I was trying to get everything in that I could. And I'm just going to use some wood glue and hot glue, and I'm going to put those 2 together. And hopefully you see more of what I did than I explained it, because it is kind of hard to explain, but... and I can't remember how tall that is. It's not very tall. I think that's almost about like... I think the tallest one is 2 inches. And then it just goes down from there. And then I just wood glue that onto the 3. Because that's going to be the back, obviously. And the 3 little ones are like the bench part where you'd sit. And then I'm going to take some more of these and I'm going to put them on the side. And I think eventually I just stopped using wood glue because it got kind of hard and I was in a hurry. And it still held up. It's still holding up great, so I'm not worried about it actually. It's actually did a pretty good job. But you see the round end? I used the round end towards the end of it. So the flat end towards the back and the round end towards the front to kind of give it a decorative look. And then I'm going to take another one and I'm going to kind of measure it to see. And I'm going to put that down the side. This is going to be like the armrest on our little bench. And I do this to both sides. And I just use scissors to cut it. They're easy to cut, and I just use hot glue, I think. I don't think I use any of the wood glue anymore. And they do go on a little crooked, but I do eventually fix it because it just starts to drive me crazy. At first, I'm like, it'll be alright. But then, no. My OCD kicks in. I'm like, I can't do this. I gotta straighten it out, so. But with using the hot glue, I was able to use my heat gun, heat it up a little bit, and take it apart. So... But of course I didn't show that because at first I thought I could deal with it being a little crooked there, but it's not that bad. You can hardly tell it in the picture, but in the camera, but it was bothering me enough that I had to redo it. But once I get that finished, I'm going to take my pink, I think it's fuchsia, and I'm going to paint that entire thing pink. And I think I had like 3 or 4 coats on that thing. Okay, and I'm going to take my fabric, and I cut out these little tiny hearts in each color, and I cut out 2 apiece. Two colors, 2 hearts out of each color. And I'm going to take the matching colors, and I'm going to take some of my hot glue and go around the edging and stick them together, one on top of the other. And I go almost all the way around, and I leave a little hole so I can take some, and I just used a cotton ball for this, which is actually kind of hard. I had a little trouble with it because it's so tiny, and I only used up 1 cotton ball for this. But what I do to 1 pillow, I do to all 3, and I just kind of just stuff it in there as much as I can. I had to use a pencil to help me stuff it in there because these are teeny tiny. They're not very big at all. So once I get that stuffed in there, I just take the hot glue and finish hot gluing it and to seal it. These are going to be like little heart pillows. And again, what I do to 1, I do to all 3, and it's the same thing, same concept. I hot glue them all together, leave a little space, fill it, and then hot glue it down, and that's what I get. Once that, I took these little eye hooks, and I actually suggest you do this before you put the heart on there because it was a pain in the butt. And I put them on the little humpy parts of the heart. And I took some of this yarn or string I had, and I took 4. Now, this is what you not need to do. You don't need 4. You just need the 2, and you just need to hook the string right where you see me hooking it right now in the back. That's all you need. You don't need a front hook, front string for it, because 1 does it. 1's enough, I should say. I end up taking the front strings off. It'll make more sense here in a minute. And I'm just showing you that. And then I take this, and like I said, this part right here is very unnecessary. You do not need to do this, because I'm going to loop the back strings up and through the little eyelet hooks and then glue it to the front like you see here. So you technically only need 2 strings, 1 on each side. And then you can loop it through and hot glue it down. So then once I get that, see, okay, now here's the eye hooks, and I just took 1 string and I just strung it through the top, and now I'm taking the other half and stringing it through the bottom and gluing it just like you just saw me do on the last frame. I hope this is making sense. This is kind of hard to explain. But yeah, I just hot glue it down. Hopefully I show you better on the next one. So what I do to one side, I do the other. Okay. See the back string? I just take it and I loop it through that eye hook and bring it down and through the little bench area once I get it level the way I like it, and then I just hot glue that down. I glue it up under it. See, I just take it through the little armrest, and then I'll just hot glue that underneath there. I think that was a better view, and that shows it a little better than me explaining it. But that's why you don't need 4. You only need the 2 back and just loop it. It's a lot easier. And then I cut off that excess string or rope or whatever. It was a little crooked. I had to fix it. I had a little trouble getting it to be straight. And I'm just putting more hot glue just to help secure it because I just took that off and adjusted it. So, and then again, like I said, I just cut off that excess. Once I get that excess cut off, I took our little pillows and I just hot glued those down. And now I'm going to take the flowers that were in that box, and 2 of them was from her. Though that one and the ones on the side are from her. That one and this one came out of the box. The middle one came out of my stash, and that was just another one from Dollar Tree. And I just stuck that one in the middle just to have a different color. just a darker color to the lighter color. And that is it for this project. Let me know in the description box below what you thought. And this brings us on to number 2. And that sign I got from Dollar Tree. And we're just going to paint it white. And just the middle part of it white. And then I took gray and I just dry brushed the gray granite in the middle only on top. Nothing special. And it's actually kind of hard to see. It looks prettier in person than you could see here. And then I'll take I take some masking tape and I put it in the middle. And then I'm just going to take my wax and go around the edge. The outside of it. And then once I get that done, I just kind of put it on and wipe it off. Kind of a deal. And then I made this on my Cricut. And no, I never show me using my Cricut or putting them down because I use several cuss words when I'm doing it. And I hate my Cricut. And I just rather use stickers. I don't even know why I have a Cricut anymore. I'm kind of dumb when it comes to Cricut. But I take that cup I got from Amazon and I paint it red. And then I take a heart that I got from Dollar Tree and I stick it in the middle. Oh, I painted one of the hearts with that fuchsia. That's what that it was. And then I take these. You can get these from Dollar Tree. There's a little paint things you can get from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to paint it in gray. Once I get that painted gray, I'm going to kind of make it look galvanized, I guess, or old. Almost like a cupcake pan. So I use a little bit of black, and then I use a little bit of a lighter gray, and then I have like a metallic gray I use. And I just go on this. I think I even used white, a little bit of white too. And you just keep dabbing it until you get the look you're looking for. So that's all I did. And once you see me tapping it down, that's basically what I did. See, I did use a little white. Because I think I thought the black was a little much. So, and I just pounce it. And that's all I do. And then I took Mod Podge and just covered it to seal it. After I finally got it the way I did. And it's the same concept. You just go back and forth with the colors until you get what you like. And that's all I did. And I think that's the metallic. Yeah, I did the metallic. I didn't use a lot of metallic because I didn't want it shiny. But I wanted that metal pan look, I guess. To come out a little better. So. And then, like I said, just use Mod Podge to seal it. And, yep, that's pretty much it. And then I just dried it and... Okay, I did show I did the Mod Podge. Oh, excuse me. I am so sorry. I did not mean to yawn in the middle of that. You take the Mod Podge and the baking soda and the paint and you mix it together. I really want a thick consistency. And I want this to harden, so I kind of, it helps, the Mod Podge helps with that. So I just kind of mixed it, and I used a little bit of brown, but I needed a lot of white, so I made 2 cups of the white, which you can see there. And all I'm doing is mixing it, and I can't tell you the portions I used. I just did it until I got the thickness I wanted. That's that little pie thing, the middle pie thing, and I painted it gray at first, but then I didn't like it, so I ended up painting it with the fuchsia, and I had to put like 10 coats on it to get it to come out the way I wanted it. That little spoon I got from Hobby Lobby in the fall, and I'm just taking a bit of that brown and putting it on there so it looks like it was dipped in chocolate, and that's why I wanted it thick. I wanted it to look thick. And then I got these resin sprinkles, and I'm going to put that on top of there and kind of push it down in there. I know this is going kind of fast, but I was trying to get everything in as much as I could. But I set that aside to dry, and it actually takes like a full 24 hours for it to fully dry, but it's so thick that you could still work with it within the same day. Once I get that done, I'm going to start assembling our sign. And I'm going to take the little cup that we made, and I use a little bit of wood glue and a hot glue, and I'm going to put that in a corner. And then I'm going to take our little metal pie thing, and like I said, I cut that in half. I don't even remember. I didn't even tell you guys. I just cut that in half. It was easy to cut in half, by the way. And I want to take some of that cement glue you get from Dollar Tree and some hot glue, so I can get it to stay stuck for a while. But you know, hot glue and metal don't mix, so you have to use something else in the meantime, so you can get that permanent hold. Once I get that on there, and I'm sorry I left some of this out, but I don't know if you guys needed me to see me cutting that or not, but just be careful not to cut yourself when you're cutting it. But I take some foam, and I cut it down really small, and I took a bunch of hot glue, and I stuck it down in that little cup, and I'm going to stick the foam down in that. And then once I do that, I'm going to take this really thick paint that I made with the baking soda and Mod Podge and white paint, and I'm going to cake that on there like you're icing a cupcake. Basically, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be a cupcake. So I just kind of kept piling it on there and spreading it around until I got it the way I liked it. And then once I did that, I did the sprinkles, and that little heart I got from Dollar Tree, I just shoved it in there. And then I took the rest of the white. Like I said, I had to make 2 things of the white because I wanted to use a lot of it. And I start dipping it into that little, what I'm going to call a cupcake pan that we made, the mini cupcake pan. And I'm just going to fill that thick paint mixture that we made into each of those little cups. And then once I get that done, I take little hearts that I got from Dollar Tree, and I stick those in there as well. And then yeah, I just stick it, and I alternate the colors between pink and red. And when this dries, this really holds up really well. I did let that sit for a minute because of the angle of the way I wanted it to go onto the sign. I didn't want the stuff to drip out, so I kind of left it flat and let it dry for about an hour to where it hardened enough where it wouldn't move. It still was soft to touch, but anyways, I take this ribbon and I just hot glue the ends together, and I scrunch it in the middle, and I tie it off with some string or jute. I can't remember what I used. I had a little trouble with it because I don't know, it's tiny things I have trouble getting them to work. But once I finally got that tied together, because that actually took me a minute. I couldn't get my fingers in there. It's just a little tiny bow. But I tie that really tight, and I think I double knot it. And then I take my little spoon, and I took a little bead and glued it in the middle. I think those little white beads I got from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to take the spoon, and I'm going to glue the bow on top of the handle of the spoon. And then I'm going to take that and glue that onto our sign. And I just used some hot glue for this. And I'm going to kind of put it on the sign catty-cornered. And then, oh, sorry, God, I'm yawning again. Jeez, I think I need a nap. I took the wire and I made a hanger out of the wire. And I put little eye hooks at the top of the sign. I just screwed them in. Just be careful because that wood, it came from Dollar Tree and it started to crack. So you got to be very careful with that. And I just twisted that in on each side of this. I thought I cut some. Okay. Oh, phew. I thought I was going to leave that whole thing in, but there's the wire I used. And then, like I said, I let this sit for about an hour so it wouldn't come out hardened enough that it would stay stuck in there. And I just take some hot glue and I hot glue that down to our sign. And that is pretty much, well, no, I still have one more thing I do. I forgot. I was going to say this is it for this project. No, it's not. I forgot to do one more step. See, that's me touching it. It's still kind of, but enough that I can maneuver things around on it. All right, here's the last thing. This is going to be it for the project. I take a bunch of that fabric I got, and I just tore up a bunch of strings, and I just cut it down, and I'm just going to make the messiest bow of messiest bows. And all I'm doing is randomly just picking things up and putting them together. And I'm going to take some jute and tie that off. And I trim that down. That one was too thick. See, all I do is just cut it and tear it. I want this to be a very ragged bow. So once I get that done, I just take the jute and I tie it off and I double knot it. And once I double knot it and I fluff it up, I have to floof my bows. I love floofing my bows. Shake it out. I'm going to trim it down. I'm just randomly trimming it. It's a messy bow. Doesn't need to be straight. Who cares? Kind of a deal. But I just cut that down a little bit. And I floof it up again and shake it out. And then I'm going to take it and I'm just going to put it in the corner. And I'm going to tie it kind of almost to that wire part, top part of the sign. And I do use some hot glue and stuff to make sure the bow stays stable. But once I get that in there, yeah, this is where I take some hot glue. And I use some masking tape too, just to be safe. Because I'm paranoid and I need that to be secure. I'm sure the hot glue would have been enough, but this is, and I tied it in a double knot, so that bow ain't going nowhere. But then I take a heart that I got from Dollar Tree and I just stick that in the middle of my bow, and that is it for these two projects. I only have two. And I hope you enjoyed this show. I really had fun doing it. Remember to go to the playlist and check out everybody and see what they got in their boxes. And thank you, Cynde, for everything you sent me. You spoiled me. And here we are on to our final reveal. And here's our two projects. I really love that sign. I'm in love with it. That's my favorite thing out of this whole project. I love that sign so much. And then here's our little swing. So again, thank you for stopping by. Please remember to like and subscribe. Watch everybody else's channel to see what they got in their box. And thank you so much again for being here. And I hope to see you guys on my next video. Thank you.